Yet another leaked audio memo has come out from the Justin Baldoni-Blake Lively legal drama, and the media is working overtime to spin it in Blake's favor. But I felt like it revealed something else. Something Blake and Isabella Fiera are not gonna like hearing.
Blake Lively first gained widespread recognition as Serena van der Woodsen on Gossip Girl, quickly establishing herself as a rising Hollywood star. Over the years, she transitioned into film, building a public image defined by elegance, professionalism, and strategic visibility. Beyond acting, Lively is known for her fashion presence and carefully managed public persona, which has been widely covered in media and red carpet appearances. Her marriage to Ryan Reynolds has also contributed to her prominence in popular culture. This carefully curated image makes her recent legal involvement particularly notable. Media and public attention were amplified by her reputation for composure and discretion, creating a heightened focus on every development. This video explores how Blake Lively's reputation, communication choices, and the media environment influenced the response to her case. Blake Lively's recent legal situation attracted attention due to both her celebrity status and the complexity of the case. At its center is neutral description of the legal matter, with Lively directly involved. The case unfolded over several months, including official filings, court dates, and procedural updates. Early coverage focused on factual reporting, noting her involvement without speculation. As the story developed, media highlighted key updates, statements from representatives.
I know this gets overused now, but she did FAFO. Like, she thought she could blame all of her negative press on him. He's a weakling. She's Blake Lively with Ryan Reynolds, her dragon. And she decided, I can't take 1 month worth of negative press, which she got, generated, she says, by him. He says, by you and your badness.
And publicly available documents, keeping Blake Lively at the center of attention. Throughout the process, Lively maintained a controlled presence, avoiding interviews, social media posts, or personal commentary. This approach kept the focus on factual developments rather than public interpretation, reinforcing her composed public image. By examining her involvement and the timeline of events, it becomes clear why the case gained widespread media and public interest, setting the stage for analysis of its impact on her reputation. Before her legal situation, Blake Lively had built a public image defined by professionalism, elegance, and strategic discretion. From her breakout role on Gossip Girl to her film career, she consistently presented herself as poised and media-savvy, balancing public attention with careful control over her image. Her reputation extends beyond acting. Frequent fashion features, red carpet coverage, and high-profile collaborations reinforced her status as both a performer and style icon. Even her personal life, including her marriage to Ryan Reynolds, contributed to a carefully managed public persona. This established reputation shaped early media coverage of her legal matter. Outlets framed updates through the lens of her composure and media awareness, while audiences interpreted her measured responses as intentional and strategic. Understanding Blake Lively's pre-existing image helps explain why her legal situation received heightened attention and sets the context for how both media and public reactions developed. Media coverage of Blake Lively's legal situation demonstrates how high-profile cases are reported in entertainment journalism.
Hey Blake, I hope the fitting was super successful. Thank you for sending those pictures. That was really cool. I was in the department head meeting and they came through and I was like waiting for them to load and I legit got the chills when I saw it. And you look beautiful. It's gonna work so well.
Outlets combined factual reporting with contextual framing, keeping Lively at the center of attention while highlighting aspects of her public image. Some articles focused on procedural updates, such as filings and court dates, while others emphasized audience reactions or speculation about her professional reputation. Visual framing, including photographs and clips, reinforced her established persona as poised, composed, and media-conscious. Coverage also varied across platforms. Traditional journalism prioritized accuracy and chronology, while entertainment and social media highlighted discussion points likely to engage audiences. Across all formats, Lively's reputation remained a central lens through which developments were interpreted. This approach illustrates how media strategies, through selective framing, narrative emphasis, and visual presentation, can shape public perception, especially in celebrity legal matters. Social media played a major role in shaping public discussion of Blake Lively's legal situation. Platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit became hubs for analysis, commentary, and speculation, extending the conversation beyond traditional media. Fans often highlighted her professionalism, composure, and strategic communication, reinforcing her established media-savvy persona. Other discussions were more analytical, debating potential career implications and comparing her case to similar celebrity situations. Trending posts and hashtags amplified key aspects of the story, keeping attention focused on both media coverage and her actions. Overall, social media acted as both a magnifier and filter, highlighting developments, encouraging debate, and influencing public perception.
You know, one thing about Blake is that she takes her friends very seriously and really brings them under the wing. How does it feel to be just kind of part of, have her in your support system?
I feel so lucky. She is an angel. She is a guiding light. She's a force. She is everything you'd want as a mentor and as
She's definitely a force. I think she didn't realize how much of a force she really was.
The online response demonstrates how digital platforms shape narrative and maintain interest in high-profile celebrity matters, like Blake Lively's case. Although Blake Lively's legal matter began with measured reporting, certain developments quickly drew heightened attention. Court filings, procedural updates, and public appearances became focal points, with even minor details amplified through headlines, photos, and social media. Viral posts, trending hashtags, and commentary from influencers further intensified scrutiny. Memes, screenshots, and online discussions kept Blake Lively at the center of public discourse, showing how social and traditional media can escalate interest in a story. These moments demonstrate how attention can grow beyond the original facts. In Lively's case, her reputation, limited commentary, and celebrity status turned routine updates into widely analyzed events, illustrating the dynamics of narrative escalation in high-profile situations. During her legal situation, Blake Lively relied on strategic silence and selective visibility. She limited statements to what was legally necessary, avoided interviews and social media commentary, and maintained a measured presence at public events. This approach minimized speculation and kept media focus on the facts rather than personal interpretation. Visual appearances were carefully managed, reinforcing her composed, professional persona. Her silence was widely interpreted as intentional, prompting discussion about the role of restraint in shaping public perception. Lively's strategy demonstrates how controlled communication can protect reputation and maintain credibility in high-profile situations. Blake Lively's legal situation, while primarily personal in nature, carries implications for her professional image and brand partnerships. In Hollywood, reputation is a key asset, and the way a high-profile figure navigates public scrutiny can influence opportunities in both acting projects and commercial endorsements. Lively's measured approach and strategic communication choices played a role in mitigating potential reputational risks while maintaining her credibility among industry professionals. Endorsements and brand collaborations, in particular, are sensitive to public perception. Companies often seek partnerships with figures whose image aligns with their values and resonates positively with consumers. Lively's consistent public persona, professional, composed, and media-conscious, helped maintain confidence among potential partners that she could continue representing brands without controversy. At the same time, intense media coverage and social media discourse inevitably drew attention to the situation, requiring careful monitoring from both her management team and associated brands to ensure alignment with public sentiment. Her ongoing and upcoming acting projects also intersected with the timing of these developments. While legal matters rarely dictate casting decisions directly, the surrounding public attention can influence audience expectations, box office performance, and industry reception. By maintaining professionalism and avoiding public commentary that could escalate scrutiny, Lively reduced the risk of any adverse impact on her career trajectory. Moreover, this situation highlights the broader dynamic between celebrity reputation and career sustainability. Lively's ability to navigate a potentially challenging legal scenario without significant public fallout demonstrates how strategic behavior, reinforced by a pre-existing positive image, can preserve long-term opportunities. The case serves as a reminder that in Hollywood, managing visibility, communication, and public perception is often as important as professional output when considering both immediate and long-term career implications. In essence, Blake Lively's professional and brand position remained resilient, reflecting the importance of controlled media presence and strategic reputation management in sustaining high-profile careers.
Now being contested by real-time text messages exchanged between Blake Lively and Taylor Swift, regarding the script, regarding Blake Lively's experiences on set, regarding her impressions and opinions of Baldoni.
Looking ahead, Blake Lively's legal situation may continue to influence her media narrative and public image, though the impact is likely to be shaped more by perception than by the facts of the case itself. In high-profile cases, the way information is presented and interpreted often has longer-lasting effects than the underlying legal matter. Lively's measured approach, combined with her pre-existing reputation for professionalism and discretion, provides a foundation for mitigating negative perceptions while reinforcing her credibility. Future media coverage is expected to remain focused on developments related to her career and public presence, rather than speculative personal commentary. Outlets may highlight the outcomes of her legal matter alongside her ongoing projects, collaborations, and appearances, framing her in the context of a media-savvy professional who manages challenges with composure. This framing allows her public image to remain consistent, even as discussions around the case continue to surface in both traditional media and social platforms. Public perception is likely to be influenced by two primary factors: ongoing media framing and Lively's continued communication strategy. By maintaining strategic silence in certain contexts while selectively engaging in public appearances that reinforce her professional and personal brand, she can control the narrative and guide audience interpretation. Social media dynamics will continue to play a role as fans and commentators analyze both her career choices and responses, or lack thereof, to emerging developments. In the broader scope, the situation may reinforce existing perceptions of Blake Lively as a calculated and composed public figure. While high-profile attention can sometimes create temporary controversy, her established reputation and consistent communication approach suggests that long-term implications are likely to be limited. If managed carefully, the case could ultimately underscore her ability to navigate complex circumstances, solidifying her image as a professional who maintains control over both her career and public narrative. Blake Lively's legal situation offers a clear example of how celebrity reputation, media management, and public reaction interact in high-profile cases. Throughout the developments, Lively's pre-existing persona, characterized by professionalism, discretion, and media awareness, played a central role in shaping both media coverage and audience interpretation. Her case illustrates the importance of strategic communication and the ways in which celebrities can influence public perception without directly engaging in every narrative surrounding them. One key insight is the impact of narrative framing. Media outlets often balance factual reporting with elements designed to capture audience attention, such as visual emphasis, selective highlights, and contextual interpretation. In Lively's case, her established reputation amplified these effects, demonstrating that a well-curated public image can both invite attention and help guide its interpretation. Social media also emerged as a critical factor. Platforms allowed audiences to engage directly with developments, creating discourse that ranged from supportive to analytical. Trending topics, hashtags, and viral discussions highlighted certain aspects of her case, amplifying scrutiny while simultaneously providing a lens through which fans and commentators interpreted her actions. Another lesson lies in the role of strategic silence. By limiting statements to necessary legal commentary and carefully managing public appearances, Lively maintained control over the narrative, reducing the potential for misinterpretation or speculation. This approach underscores how restraint, when paired with a strong pre-existing image, can serve as a form of communication in its own right. Ultimately, Blake Lively's experience demonstrates the complex interplay between celebrity reputation, media attention, and public perception. The combination of careful media management, consistent professional image, and measured engagement allowed her to navigate a potentially challenging situation while maintaining credibility. Her case serves as a valuable example for understanding how public figures can manage scrutiny, mitigate backlash, and sustain long-term reputation in the modern media landscape.